Hello, Shauna McKenzie here, founder of Best Kept Self with your Monday Morning Pep Talk. So last week I was asked what my favorite piece of advice was for entrepreneurs, and that is to underpromise and overdeliver. You've heard it a million times. You've probably heard it so much that it lacks the luster and the wisdom that statement truly carries. When people are good at underpromising and over-delivering, what they are truly really good at is being self-aware, identifying, and mitigating insecurities. So let me bridge that gap for you. Whenever we overpromise or oversell or overcommit, all we're doing is leaking an insecurity subconsciously to the receivers of whatever that situation is. Now, when we do that, we are setting up false expectations. And when we set up false expectations, of course, three other things happen. We damage trust, we damage our credibility, and we damage our reputation. None of the above sound pretty fantastic. So it's not as simple as just saying, okay, let's implement some tactical strategies such as giving ourselves extra time and to that deadline, or saying no to more things and saying yes to less things. Yes, those things work, but really they're only going to have short-term results. If you are someone that feels like they're constantly in that situation where they're overpromising, overselling, overcommitting to things and you can't get out of it, then what you really need to take a look at are the insecurities that are driving you to do that. So this is going to sound really harsh, but let's take a look at people that are insecure about something, which, by the way, we all do and all face at moments, multiple, plural, in our lives. So when we face insecurities, what we do is feel the need to compensate elsewhere. We feel the need to actually do more, to add more, to say, ultimately all we're doing is saying that we're going to do or say or act or do more things to overcompensate for that insecurity that we're facing. Truly confident people are incredibly upfront because they're unafraid, they have courage, they're transparent, they've done the work, they're realistic because they've done so much back-end and deep level thinking and understanding and self-aware practices to understand what their limitations and their insecurities are, and they're actively each day working on those things. So they don't feel the need to overcommit, overpromise, oversell in situations, and ultimately, in fact, they're going to have more successful, more trustworthy, more impactful relationships personally and professionally. Now, I see this a lot of times with new entrepreneurs and new business owners, especially those people who are selling themselves, they're selling their expertise or they're selling their information. And in the beginning, when they're not quite stepping into their worth and having confidence in that worth, they tend to say yes, they tend to discount, they tend to give deadlines that are really not reasonable because they haven't yet built up that confidence about what it is that they're selling. So your homework is to take a look at the situations when this is happening. Pretty sure it's pretty easy to identify when it's happening because it's a pretty specific feeling. I know you know what it feels like. It's not great. We know it when it's happening and sometimes we just can't even stop it. But you need to take a look at when that's happening, and then you need to spend some time later understanding the insecurity that's driving that. Sometimes just identifying it is going to make it dissipate and make it so much easier. You might find yourself not doing it as much. In fact, you might not do it at all in the same situations where you see it happening recurrently. So again, this week and your homework is to take a look at those insecurities, which sounds like a blast, I know, but trust me that spending that time and energy on doing that is going to reap you so many incredible benefits and rewards in your life that it truly makes it all worthwhile, and you just got to trust in that and trust in that belief. So let me know. I'd love to hear some comments on this and if you faced any of this and worked on that and seen and reaped those benefits. And as always, I will chat with you next week.